Name.
My name? Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yeah. What do you want for Christmas? You want toys?
Yes.
A dolly? Uh-huh.
I want, something nice.
Something nice? What is something nice?
Like, maybe $10 or maybe go buy them.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
Anything.
Anything? Anything that old Santa Claus brings you, huh? You've been a good boy? You have. What else do you want for Christmas
I
now?
want a hockey cup. No. I want a football and a Dapper Dan and let me think.
Oh, it's hard to think sometimes, isn't it? Tell me what you want for Christmas, Leslie.
A ball, and I want a jumper, and I want a bubble graph, and I want one of those things that makes a pig, and I want a yo-yo, and that's all I can think of.
You made a list for me? You have? Okay.
I haven't.
You haven't? Well, you told me you had. You make a list for me and leave it in your stocking Christmas Eve, okay?
I want a Hot Wheel truck.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
Can't think. I want a red lace.
A what?
I want a red lace house coat for my mommy, and I want for my daddy. I want a house coat.
Tell me, how big is your fireplace?
Kind of think it's about that big.
You think it's big enough for old Fatso to slide down it? You think I can make it down the chimney Christmas Eve? Uh-huh. You gonna leave me any milk and cookies? Do you know what Mommy or Daddy wants for Christmas? Have they told you?
I know what Daddy wants.
What does he want?
A Porsche.
A what?
Porsche.
What is a Porsche?
A car.
A car? Think Santa Claus can bring that to him?
I don't know. I know what my mom wants.
What's that?
A big ring for a thing. For a finger.
For a finger? Oh my, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Well, just keep on naming it so I can hear you, okay?
What is it? Don't think. What is it? I know.
What?
My God.
It's hard to think sometimes, isn't it?
Oh, toys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Toys.
Toys? All kinds of toys, huh?
Yeah.
You been a good boy this year?
Yeah.
You have. You want to tell Santa Claus anything else?
Yeah.
What?
Toys.
Toys? Uh-huh. Okay, do you know what Mommy and Daddy want for Christmas?
Yeah.
What?
Toys.
Toys.
Doesn't your knee get sore?
Why would it get sore?
All the people sitting on you.
Oh, well, that's what Santa Claus is for, you know that?
A diamond?
A diamond. What are you going to do with a diamond,
Well, I could find something to do with it.
Sell it, huh?
No, keep it.
Oh, my goodness. As long as it's in a ring, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That kind of diamond,
That's
yeah.
the best kind.
Oh, my goodness.
But if I get a sucker.
You get a sucker.
Yeah.
If you get a diamond, you'll probably get a sucker, too.
Well, Blaine, again, so far no contact with any other. Wait. Something shiny up ahead there. I can't make out. It looks like reindeer. It is. I've just heard Colonel Swayze's broadcast. Even with the field glasses, I'm beginning to pick up that very bright light far into the distance. And we, of course, will be flying directly towards that light. So, youngsters, better get into bed. It looks like that very important visitor is now about to come into our region. So hop in bed because he won't visit you until you're sound asleep.
This is called an audio ball. It was made by a group of explorer scouts in Fort Worth, and it enables blind kids to play softball. The ball and its component parts sell for about $30. The Scouts and their sponsoring organization, the Fort Worth chapter of Telephone Pioneers of America, build the balls and distribute them to local institutions.
Little 6 nickel-cadmium batteries, quite similar to the ones used in the standard camera, furnish the sound, which is amplified by what we'd call a transducer. And the transducer then is amplified by a sound chamber, which of course gives you the enlarged effect of the sound.
Now, softballs take quite a beating. How does this affect the mechanism inside?
None whatsoever, Jay. The mechanism of the ball is firmly encased in a soft, elastic sponge type of rubber, and so the violence of impact makes no difference on the sound.
So now blind children have something more to look forward to in their spare time than learning to make brooms or learning to read Braille. They can learn to play softball with audio balls provided by Explorer Post 292, sponsored by Telephone Pioneers of America. Jay Lewis, Channel 8 News on the Move, Fort Worth.
I'm flying along the Canadian border up here in North Dakota, and I've been flying through a lot of ice and snow, but so far I have no contact with any flying objects whatsoever.
Blaine, I've been patrolling across the northern portion of the Channel 8 viewing area. Our visibility continues to be good in this region. The temperature is quite chilly, but we do have a good clear view, and so far we have had no contact with that very important visitor.
I feel that in all probability that's due to the constant publicity being given to the rights of people to have welfare in the way and welfare in the services the way they want it. Also encouraged by community organizers of the DCAC here in Dallas County. I think this is the DCA organizers, this being such a loosely knit and directed organization, that possibly leadership and the central point of direction don't know what's going on. But I know that in many instances people have been encouraged to challenge and to picket and create confusion at the welfare offices as well as other public facilities.
Mr. Langford, what started this fire?
Right now it's undetermined. The business was closed for the holiday, and everyone had left except one man working in the office area, which is a detached building to the west. This man was not aware of the fire. When he did come out, the fire was pretty well involved in the southeast corner of the area, which would be the back end of the building that you see right here behind us. We have received reports since we got here at the scene that a young boy around 10 years old was seen near here, exclaiming before the fire was reported that there was a fire at Plastrin, and he showed signs of being in the fire. A portion of his jacket was burned, and possibly maybe a little burn to his hand, and there was some smut on him. So we're attempting to find the boy right now to see if he may have some indication or shed some light on the cause of the fire.
At this point, is there a possibility of arson existing?
You never can tell. Right now, all we can say is the fire was a total loss on the building and contents.
I trust, the glass and everything, and I don't believe anybody's going to try and blow me up. I just, didn't ever think about getting held up this soon, or,
You said you were nervous, but you started other people through as soon as the guy left. There were people going right through your window. That doesn't sound too nervous to me.
Well, I might be short tonight on those people, but we were stacked up and it was something to do.
Were you afraid?
Yes. I think I'm always afraid. It's so much has happened since then, but yeah, I was really nervous, and we were both afraid. He was scared.
Do you think his being afraid contributed to the fact that he didn't press the matter?
Yes, I really did. He was nervous, always looking around, and I just, I figured it was, he was just trying to con me out of the money, and was being stubborn.
Mr. Serrault, why did the telephone company decide to accept the lower rate recommended by the city?
Well, of course, we have been delaying some of our plans for 1971, pending the outcome of this rate application to determine just how much money we would have to run the business in 1971. So it's badly needed revenue, and in order to obtain that, we're anxious to get it approved and begin on our plans for 1971 in the Fort Worth Exchange.
Well, Blaine, we ran into a lot of ice and snow up through the Rockies, and it appears now that we're just about ready to enter the northwestern part of the Channel 8 viewing area.
We're waiting now for Colonel Swayze's very important visitor that he is escorting at this time. We're in radio contact with Colonel Swayze, and of course, as soon as he arrives, we'll ride again off the left wing and bring him right on in. So, youngsters, in case you're still up, he is now coming into the Channel 8 viewing area, and if I were you, I'd sure hop into bed. Merry Christmas, everyone.
As professional newsmen, we're called upon each day to do various assignments. The word impossible does not enter into our supervisor's vocabulary. Therefore, with your permission and your indulgence, we will attempt this assignment. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Jay.
God bless us all, everyone.
This is Jerry Park
And Jay Lewis,
Channel 8 News on the Move,
Fort Worth.
And that's the news. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Ho, 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 ho.
Well, they have altogether a different type of ball club. They have a power team. I'd classify it as a power team. The defensive unit is very strong. The receivers and the running backs are very strong, of course, with the exception of one of the backs who's very swift and shifty player. But they have a different team, I'd say, than what we had. We had a team that was sort of a game-breaking type of thing. Somebody, Doak, would make a great play, or Hunchmar, somebody like that. And this team just seems to be solid, pound them out.
The cities of Texas gained 3 additional congressional districts. We pick up one of them by the fact that our state is growing so rapidly that we go from 23 to 24 in the number of congressmen we have. The East Texas area has lost population and it will therefore lose a congressional district. The West Texas district, parts of Texas, have also lost population and therefore they will lose a congressman. So the next congressional delegation will have 3 additional seats from the cities, 1 less from East Texas and 1 less from West Texas.
And what will this do for Dallas County?
We really aren't represented by 5 congressmen. It's true that 5 congressional districts are either totally or partially in Dallas County, but we don't have enough voters in Dallas County to influence the results of the elections of 3 of those 5. I personally favor the concept of redistricting from the centers of population out into the rural areas rather than from the rural areas into the cities as has been done in the past. And I think that that point of view will prevail in the next session.
Then what would this do for Dallas County?
It would mean that in Dallas County we would have almost 3 complete congressional districts where we could expect those 3 congressmen to vote for the interest of those of us in the cities as distinguished from those who live in the rural areas of Texas. In the past, that hasn't always been true. I think it will also mean we can have a more effective representation in Congress insofar as all of the problems that confront city dwellers are concerned: pollution, crime, education, all of these matters. I think we'd be better served with congressmen who are answerable to us.
Yes, we have, and I think we got a pretty good solution to it. We've got all the priests and everybody praying real hard this year. And it may help us a little bit, I'll tell you. Nobody else has stopped them, and it looks to me like we're going to just, if we expect to win, it looks like we're going to have to outscore them. They've scored against everybody. They're the #1 team in the country in that category, and also in rushing, so you can see our problem.
Today at Love Field, a number of fans were on hand to greet members of the Notre Dame football team and Coach Ara Precision as they arrived for the big Cotton Bowl Classic on January 1st. Among them were these children, members of the Tarantino and Newhoff family. Kids, what's your favorite football player in the Notre Dame?
Joe Simon, because he's a good quarterback, I think.
You also thought he was kind of cute too, didn't you? Buddy, what's your favorite member of the football team? Cowboys. You like the Cowboys best? Well, in any case, these children are on hand for the big game. They will be on hand for the game of January 1st. They were here today, and they're enjoying themselves quite a bit. So are we. Malcolm Landis reporting for Channel 8 News on the Move.
Absolutely none, believe me. I'll tell you that right now. I've said this 1,000 times, and I'll say it again for the public here. I won't deny that I have been approached. I have turned down the professional opportunities that I've had. I like college football, and I hope I can stay a long time, providing that the good fathers and the Notre Dame people want me.
Who ever heard of a bicycle that you ride with your hands? I'd never heard of one. So I contacted Al Hudnall. He has. As a matter of fact, he built one. Al, why did you build a bicycle that you could drive with your hands?
Well, I got the idea that if a person was paralytic or if they didn't have any legs, it'd be nice if they'd be able to ride a bicycle. And I thought it would be good therapy for their mind as well as their body. So that's the reason why I developed it.
How long have you been working on this idea?
Well, actually, I've been working at it for about 3 years. Of course, when I was a kid, bicycles were fascinating to me, and I only had one. I was kind of poor, raised up on a small farm, so I thought I'd make up for it after I grew up.
What's the basic principle upon which the bicycle is built?
Well, the basic principle is the same as you might say a parallel circuit in an electricity. The total resistance is less than any one resistance. So if you're working a little effort on both wheels, you can accomplish more and easier than you can with just one.
You say that this can be driven both with your hands and your feet.
Yes, it can. You can do them both together, like if you're going uphill to make it easy to climb a hill, or you can do it separately. If you're going on a long ride, you do one while and rest your feet and do your arms and change back and forth. That way you never get tired. There's no reason for exhaustion.
Mr. Hudnall tells me his next project is to build a bicycle built for 3 with a Surrey on top. I don't think it can be done. But then again, I didn't think you could build a bicycle you could pedal with your hands. Jerry Park, Channel 8 News on the Move in Hearst.